Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, I think I've shared that on the Discord. Wait, let me do a mic check. Let me do a mic check. Because sometimes one of the saddest things is if I'm actually spitting facts and then I can't hear anything. What's up, Void? Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Okay. So audio's good. Let me get confirmation though. If you can hear me, holla at your boy, holla at your boy. We're gonna get started in a second, but let me put this on the Discord link here. All right. It's been a minute, man. What's good, Mayor? I miss seeing you guys in chat. I've been super busy pulling some 6-7 hours on some assessments, but I should have some time to play on the weekend. But we're gonna go straight into this. Let me start recording. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, King Xena, your one and only, and we are back with another review of, this time, YAFO, or should I say Young AFO. We're gonna get started, and I'm just going to improvise. I've not seen the clip yet. I have seen Taz, Taz. Let me share this on Taz's Discord. I have seen Taz show the leaks of the gameplay, you know, which is always good, so people know how to invest into a character. But the whole title of this stream is really like, people are not ready for what's about to come necessarily. Like, it's always exciting when a new character comes or is added, but the moment you have to start adjusting, especially if you're someone who has already invested in a certain character, it's not fun going to be able to adjust to this character with the movesets that I've seen so far in the leaks. So what's going to be a problem is the combinations we're gonna have. Like old AFO and young AFO and Monoma is going to be a disgusting combination just straight up from the start, because they can keep resetting the gammas. And if this AFO's gamma, from what I've seen from Taz's leaks, doesn't hit you, the other AFO is gonna hit you, or Monoma's gonna hit you, or he can have both of their quirks, right? Like, he can switch between both. So the resets are just stupid, which is why I constantly hate that character, bro. Like, I cannot get over that fact that a character like Monoma exists. Like, Toga has some limited time, and she exposes her location when she takes your quirks, but Monoma just has no filter, and he can do twice the same amount of damage that everyone else can. So it's just going to be a huge upset. So that's the side I'm not looking forward to. What I am looking forward to is fighting him as a different, to test my skills against that character, and for all the AFO mains as well. But give me one moment. One moment. All right, let me check this up, but let me also pay attention to the chat. I know we're getting active. Don't boy me. He's completely balanced. Yeah, sure. We all hate Monoma. Yeah, man, he's just gonna make it worse. But let me peep this, and let me turn down the background music. Where is this background music? Yeah, you guys check out the link on the description if you're interested. I actually use it to study sometimes. All right, I've yapped enough. Damn! Hold on, this is so loud. My goodness, man. So it does have AoE. I wonder how much damage that's going to do, and that's at level 1, right? So there's like close proximity, that's arm's length, but then it also, it does go through. And level 9, that's further. Oh my goodness, so Deku's taking twice as much damage because he gets hit and then the sparks hits him from behind the car as well. That's quite significant range, man. Now that is good, like for a character, that is good. So he can use that defensively, right? Like, in a corner, you can just spam alpha on the ground if it's inside a building. But if someone is outside the building and your teammate is trying to help you or has no business with the fight that you're going through, you're also going to get blasted because it goes through the walls as well. So that's a bit crazy. So this is the first alpha, I think, that has quite everything. Well, not everything. It doesn't have defensive capabilities, but it does have knockback at the what? 4 hits? Or was that 5? Regardless, that's still a lot for you to get knocked back. And then 3, and then that's 4. 5? What? Come on, man. Now that's a bit mad. So this is good. This is good. So all them momos, anyone camping like shiggies inside buildings. Well, it didn't say it could go through buildings. It said it goes through people, right? So yeah, it goes through characters, not buildings. At least that alpha. At least from what they're demonstrating here. We don't know that yet. But what I saw, I just somehow assumed that, worst case, if it does go through buildings, that'll be terrible. I think this is the best one so far, from what I saw in the leaks.
Nowhere to run.
It's nice how every time we have to reset the volume. So what I want to know is, if someone is inside a building, do they get hit? Ooh, did you see that? Did you see how it expanded? So you're going to think you're safe. Oh my god, this is not fair. So you're going to think you're safe right here, and you're like, okay, I'm out of range, so I could either keep fighting or I have a chance to escape because I'm about to heal, and then it just expands. Like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that radius, bro. It's like it's the... Oh my... Oh, come on. Oh, that is cool. But this is going to be so annoying, bro. So you want to tell me if somehow you're going to eat 3 times this amount if they have a Toga that takes another YAFO's quirk set, and you have a Monoma that can do this and then do another one. That makes 4. That's 4 things. Like, what the F am I as a proper Dabi main supposed to do about this, man? That's a bit mad. I mean, it's good for the character, but it's just mad for everyone else.
How about this?
Okay, this is good to know, because one thing I was concerned about is does it go all the way down through buildings? The one thing you want to keep in mind is if there's an opening here, this blast is actually going to go through and touch you. So if, let's say this is a bridge right here, and you're underneath it, it'll hit the person at the top and it'll hit the person at the bottom. And I saw that from the leaked gameplay of Taz playing, and I think they did a demonstration of that as well. So if it's a closed building that has like a lot of thickness, like game objects that are this much thick, that's fine. But if it's something like a bridge, from what we're seeing earlier, then you're gonna hit everyone from top to bottom, right? Yeah. So if he did the bubble right here and you're underneath it, it's gonna hit you. It'll hit everyone on top, everyone in the air, all the way down. So it'll do like sort of tick damage, and then the damage that takes the most is the one where it hits the ground of the surface. Was good, GG? How you doing, man? At level 9, it's even bigger, bruv. That is quite crazy. That is quite crazy.
Nowhere to run.
Visual-wise and stylistically, I think this is the favorite quirk set from what I've seen this season. It's not Hawks, it's not OFA Deku, it's him. So honestly, they saved the best for last. If you wanted to roll for a character, it would be this. Because you can get a lot of free damage when people are fighting, bro. Like, there are characters that have to close the distance to fight, OFA Deku being one of them, but Yellow Kiri as well. Who else? Like melee-based character, Momo, Overhaul, like all those sort of characters. You can just easily piece them up this way. Okay, so I'm just previewing everything, and then I'll start thinking about like counters.
No escape.
Sorry, this volume, bro. I don't know why they make it spike so much. Usually not this loud. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. So when you activate it, I wonder, are you holding gamma, or are you just pressing it? Like, is this like a state, a flying state? I think it is. Bombo clot. Bombo clot. A glorious young AFO? Come on. This why Ochako sucks? What does he have to do with this? Is that timed? Oh my goodness, how long was that? That was like 4 to 5 seconds. That is crazy. This is what I saw in the leaks that I was like, people are not ready. If that goes through buildings, you guys have no idea what it's like just having a Monoma reset that. Like literally, bro. And then even if you miss that, okay, here's what I would do if I was cringe. If I was wanted to be abusive, yeah? If this misses, no one cares. OG AFO, the original, can just pull people in. And that is the actual combination. If you're going to try and do a duo with this character and you have AFO, like the original AFO, this is going to be quite inescapable. Because you can't roll this, right? And you might get knocked back. Maybe even after the knockback, you're trying to escape. Well, OG AFO just pulls people in. And if they time it properly, if I wanted to be disgusting, what I would do is I would use OG AFO to do a gamma pull. So it's 2 reds and you're not sure which red is which. And then you just get either pulled in for another different type of combo, preferably maybe inside a building. And then if not, everyone outside here gets blasted. And then you put a Monoma somewhere in the air, he can use either one of those gammas to make it more problematic for other people, right? But end circle, you know, the idea is you want to like sort of protect him if you're a teammate so that he can do this or shield him. Because it does take, how long does that take? To hit this, people would, if you can hit this through buildings, people should do this from inside a building. Because this flying states right here, if I see an AFO, young AFO doing this, I do not care. I will stop whoever I'm fighting to try and stop you from hitting that, especially if you're going to like, I'm trying to protect a teammate. Like this is going to be very beamable, right? Like he's just going to be taking damage. So I assume that he might be able to be shot down from this, right? Like in this state, as he's blasting, he should be knocked out. Like other people would want to look out and knock him out from here, right? So I don't know how the hover works, if he has to be this high from the ground to do this, but look at this, man. This is over half the size of the entire screen, bro. Like end game, you could pull this up through Storm if you have like greens or you're using revenge support, and you can just terrorize people, man. Yeah, this is the best one so far. As far as the quirk, it's the best one so far. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to start from top to bottom again, and I'm going to think about counters. For the alpha, of course, it doesn't make sense for you to just stand here. Oh, wait. Did I miss anything? So we have that. So that's all the quirks. Oh, yeah. He's special. Wait, who's this? Okay. I was like, why are they showing Deku? Oh, so this stops you from using your special, man. Mount Lady mains, Overhaul is gonna hate this. An Overhaul, bro. Can you imagine an Overhaul just being tagged by that? He's literally free food. So people that rely on their special for survivability are going to be in trouble. And then that's him flying. Ooh. Hold on. Look at that boost. Look at that boost, bro. Like that is so good for escapes. It's almost like Endeavor's Gamma. Or is it? I think Endeavor's Gamma is slow. I'm not sure if it has a boost. Like I rarely notice it, but that dash, that initial air dash is crazy. I wonder, can you look up and do it, or is it only horizontal? Right? Like if you put your crosshair up and you hit your special movement, does it take you in that direction? Because if it does, then that's mad. Oh, and it's multiple people it hits. Oh, mad. And then it goes through stuff too. Oh, oh, come on. This is a good character. Design-wise, they did a good job with him.
Gotta do it.
So who are characters that rely on movement? You know, Tamaki relies on that for movement. You know, what's his name as well? All Might relies on that for movement, so shotting that is going to be problematic. Also, really, most characters, like Aizawa can't use his special too, which is mad. Because there's not been anyone that's been able to cancel Aizawa, right? So you see, this is the first character that's able to probably nullify other characters other than Aizawa, including Aizawa himself. So he could take him out of the equation. What's good, Shaq? Bakugo is cooked. Dabi's dead. Overhaul. Momo's too, because of his gamma goes through. I'm suspecting it goes through buildings if it's something that's that big. But what they should do is they should make the effect of if it goes through buildings, it shouldn't do as much damage, similar to Bakugo's penetration, alpha shots. But that movement though, that dash, this one right here is real nice. Because you see he goes a little bit higher, is what it looks like, right? If you notice, he started from, he's up here. Look at that. And it's almost like he goes slightly higher. It's like a curve.
Be gone. Good luck with this.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Bakugo necessarily. That does take some time. 1, 2, 3. So at least, okay, at least there is a relatively fair amount of time for you to get out of this. Because first, you see the radius, right? If he's going to hold it before it drops, even though the AoE is huge. So ideally, people would be aiming towards where they think people are going to gravitate towards, right? So if there's like a corner of a building and you see a lot of people go inside that building, then it makes sense that you could try and put that towards the exit. That is a mad AoE. That is the hugest AoE attack we have so far, I think, radius-wise. For an actual attack, like original AFO's Gamma, doesn't matter. So for counters, sorry, I was supposed to talk about counters all around. For his special, I mean, it's just him. You can't necessarily counter that. I'm not sure if it's rollable, but it does come out quite fast, and I'm not sure what the reload time is, right? So the counter towards that, which I honestly don't like, is probably going to be like jumps. Like you have to jump up with, like, if you have space lifts or spiraling or something, right? If you have to escape, especially if you're an immobility character, right? It does not make sense to face this character. He's not balanced for it. But hey, you choose what you believe in, man. For the alphas, counter-wise, I can't necessarily think of anything else. It just goes through. Maybe you can roll the blast, right? Like after the fact, if it has this sort of crossplay effect, maybe you can roll away from that. So that's a possibility, something to want to consider. And it looks like I'm not sure if it has a limit of how many people are around there, or if it's like 8 people, it's gonna hit all 8 people, right? That's like 5 attacks before a knockback. That's a lot. So yeah, movement is key, as we talk about in our stamp analysis. If you can move, or you have good movement, especially to go around cover towards buildings, that's going to be useful. Well, how to counter this one? That one comes quite quick. It's like Ochako's, Yellow Ochako's Gamma, if it's tapped.
Nowhere to run.
But it also hits everything vertically. Right. Apparently, this one too is gonna hit you if you're under a bridge. So if there's a thin layer of an object, it can go through. So you might be healing, and he might be aiming for someone at the top only, and you could get extra damage from whoever's at the bottom. But I think this one right here is the best one. And it would make sense. What I would do if you're this character is you use this and you go into the space of that bubble, right? So defensively, you can use that to maybe protect a down teammate, or you could use that to go into the AoE attack, like what's his name? Yellow Andy. It's Gamma. So that way your offense is your defense. But then you can also spam your alphas as well in case someone manages to roll that. But overall, he's good. His character design is really interesting and nice. All right, what else to talk about? I'll just let one of the clips play. I think the most problematic one is probably the Gamma, but yet so far, and the reason why I think he's going to crack the meta is there are other characters that can take his quirk, and if they take his quirk, it's just going to be more annoying. So it's not going to be fun necessarily adjusting to this character in this already broken meta. I don't anticipate any balance patches they're going to do, because if you notice, the sort of sequence of releases they do is on the beginning of the season, they balance things off because they probably want to have data about how YAFO scales up to everyone, you know, for the rest of the season, and observe maybe what players are complaining about, what's problematic, what's fair, what's not fair, what's an exploit that this character might have that no one knows. Is there going to be another Toga glitch that happens that she's able to maintain his ability or something and have some free flight? Like, who knows? So I don't see any balance patches yet. I think they'll aggregate all the things that they're working on currently and add that towards the next season's opening and release. But that's it, man. Let me catch up in chat. Bakugo's cooked. Bakugo was always fried. He's fine. He got 4 forms of movements for the red one even. 2 specials and 2 gammas. The concern I have that's not just fair is for characters that don't really have movement, like Momo, Overhaul, Shiggy, Yellow Dabi. Like, it's far worse for those characters. Yellow Kiri as well. Like, those are the characters that have my respect because you have to go to them to fight. And even if you start something with them, characters that have movements have the luxury of running away, but they can't really chase. You better take it back. But Chaco mains nowadays, I mean. Oh, you said nowadays, oh. Okay, YAFO's balance. Anti-mare. Dang! But that's it, really. I think, like, he has openings, of course. I don't see him having, like, he shouldn't have 400 health. He should have, like, at most 350. At most 350 health. If not, 300 is fair. But I'm looking forward to face him. I have accepted my mains that have meta quirk sets at this point, so I'm not necessarily worried about him as much because I'm going to be using Red Kendo and Tech Mirio more often. And Tech Mirio is just like, he counters everything for the most part. If he doesn't get hit, he just he hits back instead. Although we're seeing somewhat less of Tech Mirio mains because people just hoard meta, and there's new meta, so they just hoard over to whoever's more trending or latest. But yeah, I'll be using Tech Mirio to size this guy up initially, and Red Kendo. I have accepted it. I've accepted it. Alright, man. I'll probably game tomorrow. Rest of today, I'll keep focusing on my projects. I stopped studying live as much because I just sometimes enter into flow state and I forget I'm live and I don't turn off the stream. So it's easier to just study offline and then hop on game. But that's it, man. Good luck to the rolls. Good luck to you, Void. Hope you get your mains quirk set. And for everyone else, good luck. I'll catch you on the next one. I know my stream is like 15 seconds behind IRL, just so I could compensate for latency with my Wi-Fi connection. So yeah, let me know. Let me know.
No escape. I'll erase. No escape. No escape.